Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who provided a lot of fantastic times for me to be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Alongside my friends from Pittsburgh. Got a chance to hang out with them this past weekend as we watched Pittsburgh Steelers lose to the Indianapolis Colts in the Loud House. Ooh. And obviously that's going to happen. That's how things go in the Loud House. This man is a two-time Super Bowl champion. In about 3 years or so, he'll be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Number 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Ben!
What's up, guys?
Where are we? We're at the golf course.
How are we doing today?
We're at the golf course right now.
Yeah.
How is it out there?
Listen, my boys, I'm having a little a golf match. My boys are scrambling against me, and right now they are the biggest fans of yours because I was beating them, and now I got to take a couple holes off. And so they're like, "We love Pat and the boys." I'm like, "Yeah, because y'all going to win these next 2 holes." So,
hey, I like that I'm a part of a lot of losing for you over the last couple days.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I like that I'm a part of that because what you guys did to the Indianapolis Colts whenever I was playing for them was obviously the other way. Let's dive into some conversation here about the football, and we're thankful for your time here as you join us in a beautiful. What city are you in right now?
Unbelievable.
you know I'm in the Berg.
That's Pittsburgh weather right now?
Absolutely.
Holy.
Absolutely. What's it like over there in Indy? Little gray. And
all right. Okay. Don't you worry about it, Ben. Don't you worry.
Looking for a Clyde.
Okay. All right, Ben. The Steelers got the Cowboys this weekend. We found a clip of you playing against the Dallas Cowboys, and it maybe is like the perfect depiction of Ben Roethlisberger football. Pump fake, slide in the pocket, bounce out of the pocket, break a horse collar, break another tackle, shake somebody's ankles, and then boom, throw it to Heath. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you were known for extending plays and like being able to shed tacklers and everything. How much of a reading of a defense were you doing at that time? And do you, like every other old head quarterback, seemingly think that has kind of disappeared from the modern NFL quarterback?
How'd you guys find that tape? That's like beta. That's like old stuff.
Very old, yeah. I was in high school.
A reel? Is that a reel back there?
Yeah, exactly. We're running the projector.
I'll answer the first part of that question. There's no reading the defense during that play whatsoever. that is survival. Look around, see if it's about to hit me, scramble this way, look for someone else to hit me, and then find my guy Heath and let him do the rest.
Okay, so when it comes to, were you breaking down defenses, or were you a backyard football, as the play develops, I'll figure out what's best guy?
No, I was doing like, you're not honest. I'll be honest. Early on, it might have been like read 1, read 2, get out of there, make something happen. But as I got more years under my belt, I started, pre-snapping and doing all that stuff. But at that time right there, that was like, okay, 1's not there, 2's not there. Start making something happen. And I just think, you got to credit your linemen first off, because they hated blocking like that. That's the hardest way to block, because it's like, where is he going? What's he doing? And your guys got to run around forever to get open. So when it worked, it was great. When I got sacked, I had many Alan Faneca stares at me when he turned around during those days.
Yeah, get rid of the ball. I'm not here to block for 8 seconds, but now he could block for 1,000 seconds, right? He's doing the Iron Man and shit, right?
Yeah, he's very skinny.
He's like 160 pounds now. He's thinner than you as you walk around the hills of Pittsburgh's golf course on a beautiful day. His service is coming and going here.
Yeah, it truly is.
He's frozen right now.
At least it's...
Oh, my bad.
No, don't be worried. You were frozen on like a good smile. It was like a political poster almost.
Great.
The smile was amazing. Do you think
I'm going to get to the top of one of these hills.
Please do. Yeah, that's where all the service is. You'll be closer to God and satellites.
Sorry.
And that's what we're looking for.
Amen.
Hey, do you compare Amen. Do you compare your style of play more to the modern NFL quarterback or the throwback style of quarterback? Because like extending the play is seemingly something every quarterback has to do now that is young. That wasn't always the case back in the day.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm a little more old school, because I didn't want to extend the play. I didn't want to do those kind of things. I wanted to get the ball out of my hands. When I scrambled, I was still looking to throw, right? Like I wasn't trying to run. Even though I do have a 40-yard touchdown to my name. I just got to put that out there real quick.
Against the Browns?
Yeah, against the Browns. Everything's against the Browns. But no, like when I was scrambling, I was looking downfield. I wanted the play to happen down the field. I wanted to get the ball in the playmaker's hands. And so, but so I wanted to stay in the pocket. I wanted to read it out. I wanted to get the ball out. It just felt like when things were breaking down, it was time to make something happen. I think the competitor in me just couldn't fathom quitting on a play.
Yeah, and that is a problem that some other quarterbacks have. You were dinged up a lot through your career, but you seemingly always made it onto the field for the Steelers, whether it was with triple taped ankles, both of them. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going out there. Walking boot, both of them all week. I don't even know how your hips had to be awesome with both of those walking boots that you got in week 3 normally, and then that would survive all the way through a Super Bowl run. Let's talk about, the modern football. Because I've tried to kind of see if you would bite on the reading of the defense or extending the play and kind of talk about, because you listen to Tom talk about it, you listen to Kurt talk about it. I assume you listen to all the other old heads. They think the modern offenses are dumbed down, easy, not good football, not hard football. I know you pay attention to the game very closely. It was awesome watching the Steelers play alongside you. You're very invested. Mm-hmm. The Footballin' podcast comes out every single week alongside Spence. What a dog he is. But do you agree with all these old head quarterbacks thinking that the game is, I don't want to say worse, but seemingly they're saying it's worse football on the offensive side now?
I've gotten a lot of texts from people asking me why his quarterback played down. I don't know that I have an answer, but I've said for both on the podcast and to other people, I think that the college game potentially is hurting quarterbacks. When there's something to be said about getting in a huddle and looking your guys in the eye and say, hey, it's 4th and 1. For instance, that game we were with you guys. The Steelers had a 4th and a foot, 1 yard, whatever it was. I want to get in the huddle and I want to look at my guys and say, hey, listen, I need 1 yard. Give it to me. Give me everything you got for this one play. Or, hey, listen, boys, it's 3rd and 10. I've got a 7-step drop, big play action. I need y'all to block a little bit longer today. Running back, I need you to stay in instead of getting out. Chip a little bit more. When you don't get in the huddle in college, how are you looking at the guy and challenging him? How are you everyone looks to the sideline. Coach gives a signal. Well, now, I guess with the headsets, I don't know how much that's changed now in college with the headsets, but you're looking over and they're holding up a poster and y'all are reading the poster to figure out what play's coming. I just think that hurts the quarterback, not getting under center, all those kind of things. I mean, to me, it looks like and appears, and I'm only guessing here because I have not talked to him, but when you're in 4th and you're on the goal line, and Tomlin actually alluded to it, I don't think Justin's comfortable under center. And that comes from college. Tomlin came out right and said, I believe this week or whenever it was, that, some of these guys are just more comfortable in the shotgun. And so I think that all stems back from the college game. And I know my last year, Coach Hepp, who rest in peace was like a father to me. My last year, knowing that I had a chance to get to the NFL, he let me every day in practice do the offense from under center. Like I was getting reps every day under center. And I think that went a long way to helping me when I got to the league.
You get dropped in when Tommy Maddox gets hurt, I believe, and the rest is history. You go on to win a Super Bowl that year. And do you ever see college? Hey, in college, they do shotgun kneel downs, end of the game. They're in shotgun for the kneel downs. I mean, you're talking ball is flying through air during victory kneel down. To your point about that, they're not even getting under center for that victory formation when you're trying to be as secure as possible. Let's not move the ball at all. We just want to do – they're shotgun snapping. It's crazy. But go ahead.
NFL offensive coordinators are not taking that 3-yard loss. That goes to the stats. For offenses, no way.
Amen. And for prop bettors, too, on quarterback rush yards, we don't need that happening to anybody. Tone has a question for you, Ben.
Yeah, first and foremost, Ben.
My guy.
Ben, 7, quarterback of steel. Thank you. Love you. But you talked about earlier in your career, you guys had the run game with Bussy. And then you were one to make something happen. Do you think that's how the season started for Justin? And then these last 2 weeks, I thought he's thrown the ball well, especially in the second half against the Chargers, and then pretty much the whole Colts game. He is throwing the ball, tough environment, throwing the ball well.
Tough environment.
You think they can take the training wheels off a little bit more for Justin moving forward?
Yeah, that place is hard to play. I mean, when they pump in all the noise and everything, it's really hard to play.
There's no pumped information or pump noise in there. We don't need any misinformation.
They're milking cows and weird stuff happens in the loud house. But I totally agree with you, Tone. I think like early on, it was almost like whether the training wheels, quote unquote, were on, or he just didn't feel comfortable like making that throw, forcing that ball into that tight window. The last week, and then I think, like you said, the second half of that Charger game, he's throwing the ball down the middle, finding seam throws. And I think he's getting more comfortable. I think the coaches then probably are getting more comfortable with him. And I would love to see his confidence, and I think it will. His confidence will continue to grow. I think the coaches should get more confidence in him. And I want to see them use the middle of the field. Like take your, sit in the pocket and hit your in routes, hit your curls. Like let's make it like let's make it like a passing offense a little bit, because we know what he can do with his legs. So we'll see this week and see if they'll continue to allow him to keep opening it up and grow his confidence.
There's no pumped-in noise at Lucas Oil, the loud house. Obviously, that's just.
Oh, that was just the RCA dome.
Yeah, every week back then.
That's right,
I wasn't there for that. I think you were there for one of the games.
Every week.
Sorry, your ears were so sensitive to Indianapolis Colts fans, brother. Okay. Sorry, no other house can really keep up. Go ahead.
It got real quiet when a tackle was made. I don't know what happened there.
Okay. That guy, now, there's a story behind that as well. That guy was not playing at 100%. We're not going to dive into that. Great tackle. Incredible tackle. What a fumble. I mean, what a moment. All that. And then you guys go to the Super Bowl, and you win that one in Detroit, too, right? Is that the one where you guys go?
Yep.
Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Taking the bus home.
Yeah, one for Bussy.
Yep.
Well, he tried to, the reason why you had to make the tackle is because
Ben had a huge rushing touchdown, yeah.
Well, Ben always moving along. We just pulled up this play as we were talking to you. You're a psycho.
Hall of Famer.
Jerome Bettis or you?
Oh, this is the one this is the play I was talking about when you were talking about sacking me, and that's what would have happened. See how you would have tried to grab me, and I would have been like, hey, Pat, we would have had a conversation right there, like a little conversation. No, stay right there. Let me get rid of this ball. That's what would happen.
No, listen, Ben, you're thinner than you were then. You even told me that. You're 20 pounds down. I said I was going to come off the edge and spear you in half.
I know.
Maybe we could do a halftime performance, see if you could tackle Ben Roethlisberger, one of the toughest dudes to tackle in the history of football. Look at the ankle tape, too, by the way. Obviously, this is
heavy.
We got third degree high ankle sprain on the right side. Left knee, I don't even know what's going on. There's certainly some...
Hey, that shoe is a size that's a one size bigger shoe to get all the brace and the cast in my foot.
Exactly. Just what a legend on the field. Now, your offense has seemingly worked because you were the quarterback. Then once you leave, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been trying to find an identity offensively, I think, since then. And there's been multiple different offense coordinators. Last year was Canada. He got fired. Obviously, offenses weren't great. But there's people calling at one point for you to be an offensive coordinator. With how you played, and I know you have a family and obviously very invested in your kids' lives, did you ever think about getting into coaching or doing any offensive coordinating? Because these quarterbacks, seemingly, your style of quarterback, could be great at calling plays, and there's a lot of money, not that you need it, a lot of money in coaching right now if you can move an offense.
Can I coach and be out here golfing with my boys? I don't think so. This is what matters to me right now, being a husband and a father. And I should say never, but I can't see myself coaching. You see the hours and the time they put in. And that's great, but I can't do this kind of stuff when I'm doing that. So this right now is my priority, and I just absolutely love this. Did
you hear the Steelers fans calling for you to call plays last year? I think Tone was trying to do it as loud as possible.
Mm-hmm. I was.
Yeah, I did. I called a lot of plays from the football and podcast.
Yeah. And Monday Morning Quarterback, and I assume is great for that Steelers organization. Talking about your family and everything. Yeah, exactly. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Ben, how do you feel about the situation going down in Miami with Tua? Obviously, there's a lot of people speculating, should he play, should he not? Seems as though he's going to play after he's done on the IR. But what do you think about that entire thing? And then also, when we look at what's happened in Miami since he's been hurt, is that the most complicated offense in the history of the NFL, you think?
It seems pretty complicated without knowing exactly what's going on. But I'm proud of him. I'm not a doctor. I've had my concussions and things like that. I don't know exactly what's going on in their world exactly. But the one thing that I always talk about, I've been an advocate for, is the brain. I mean, you can't get a new one. Some people need a new one, but you can't do it.
Whoa.
And no, not you, Pat. I would never say that about you, buddy.
Thank you. It sounded like
I will not name the people that need it. But, No, that was definitely not towards you. But I think he's doing the right thing by taking his time. Oh, sorry, I probably froze. I owe you guys a new call when I'm not on the golf course.
No,
Okay?
you're great.
Mark me down.
We hear you. You look amazing. Don't you worry about it. But you're talking about Tua, and you think
no,
Go ahead.
I think he's smart. I think it's smart what he's doing. I think you got to take the time. I think he can still play. I don't think he. I mean, it's his decision, his call. I don't think he needs to retire or be done. But take the right amount of time to let yourself heal, to let the brain heal, because there's some great doctors in Pittsburgh that I've learned a lot about concussions in the brain, and you've got to give yourself time to heal, and your brain can heal. It's not like once you have one, you're going to get another one right away. Like, you can heal it up. So I'm glad he's taken the time to really make sure that he's ready and right before he comes back.
Yeah, we assume he's going to play again. I think that's kind of the narrative now. But at the beginning, everybody was telling him he needed to retire for the good of his family and everything. It felt like it got very loud very quickly. Tua loves ball. Think he's going to come back. And speaking of loving ball, you going to pay attention to Pittsburgh Steelers football forever? You're still in Pittsburgh. You're doing a podcast about Steelers football. I assume. Yeah, that's how you feel?
Yeah, I'm going to be here. I'm not leaving here. This is home for us, and I'm going to pay attention to it. And I'd love to get involved with the Steelers at some point when it's right, whatever that looks like. I don't know. I enjoy being here. I enjoy what goes on here.
Steelers are a great organization. You're a great football player for a long time for that organization. Brought a lot of happiness. The Yinzers everywhere, pal. We appreciate the hell out of you. Good luck on the golf course. Hopefully the kids beat your ass.
Whoa. I hope, you know what? Did your daughter get those golf clubs that your wife ordered?
We did, actually. We did get those in.
Go.
We did.
Good. One of these days, you're going to take one to the shin, and you're going to be thinking about me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer, future Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.